Hey, Andy here from buildahottub.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about fitting a main drain to your hot tub or your plunge pool. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so what is a main drain? Well, this is a main drain and they come in lots of different sizes. Normally it would be somewhere between 5 and 8 inches in diameter for a hot tub or a plunge pool. Now, you will also have two of these. They'll be connected together and they'll actually be teed together. So rather than being in series, they're actually going to be configured in a way that if one blocks, the other one is still able to operate. And this is done for safety and for VGB compliance. But how do we go about installing a main drain? Well, before we get onto that, always a great opportunity to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, parts, and pretty much everything in between. So back to the main drain installation. How do we go about installing them? Well, your main drains are going to need to be placed in situ before you actually pour the pad for your hot tub or your plunge pool. So it's really important that before you go ahead and pour all of that concrete, we've actually got to get the main drains and the connecting pipework in there, because it's got to sit in your base or your concrete pad. Now, if you have a hydrostatic release valve that you're going to install and a collector rod, then you need to dig down, and this is what they look like. You need to dig down into the ground so that you can get those in place. Now, in terms of the positioning, you need to work out where your final slab, in terms of the actual thickness, is going to fall. Now, I'm not going to be specific, I'm talking in general here about the main drains because there's lots of different brands and styles out there. So you need to be ensuring that your main drain is positioned so that when you pour your base or your pad, the concrete is going to be poured so that the finished level, when you add that cover to the drain, it's going to be nice and flat and flush with your surface. So there's a bit of calculation to be done here. You need to firstly look at the drains, and you're looking for where the grate or the grill actually connects to that main drain. And that's a good indicator of that needing to be at the finished surface height of your base or your slab. Get that wrong and it's too high, then your drains are going to stick up, it's going to be unsightly and there'll be a trip hazard. And if you get that wrong, they're going to be too low and your grates aren't going to come above the surface. So you do need to get that right and make sure you measure up correctly on the drains themselves. Now, you're going to have to put the pipework in there as well. And remember, once you've poured that concrete, you're not coming back to that pipework. So make sure you do it right. On main drains, as a minimum, it should be 2-inch pipework that you're putting in, because we need lots of suction on the hot tub and the plunge pool. Remember, it's always easier to downgrade, if you like, or decrease the suction with a ball valve. It's very difficult to actually increase suction on your build. So it's always a good idea, if you're not sure, to oversize your pipes. Main drains such as this are only used for the circulation and the heating systems on our hot tubs and our plunge pools. Why don't we use them for the jets? There's simply not enough flow. They're not designed to have the through flow of water that's enough for us to power our jets. And for that, we've got to use super high flow suction drains that normally go into the walls on a hot tub, and they allow anything up to 3 times the amount of water through them than a regular swimming pool drain does. So it's really important that you put the right drains onto the right plumbing systems for your hot tub or your plunge pool. So as I said, main drains, great for circulation, great for filtration and the heating systems, but not good for the jets themselves. When you're looking at brands of main drain, go for the main culprit, go for your Waterways, your CMPs, your Pentaires, your Haywoods, your Certikins. These are all brands that will be VGB compliant, so they will comply with the anti-entrapment, and they will also comply. You can't have a totally flat drain anymore, it's against the rules, so you've got to have a domed drain and you've got to have 2 of them as a minimum in order to be compliant with those VGB regulations. Only a short video this week on those drains. The key is setting the height of the drain before you actually pour your concrete slab. Of course, if I can help you in any way, if you have any questions, please do get in touch. Always happy to hear from you. As always, I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.